Hello, happy Thursday. It's Thursday. I haven't made a video in forever, so I don't even know why the day of the week matters. I have you propped up on our windowsill because this is the only spot with lighting and that would hold my phone. So we are trying to do a one-ish take video today. There's mess back there. Ignore that. The baby's sleeping. She's not even a baby anymore, which is so crazy. I call her my baby because she's still under 2, but she's 20 months old now, I think. So she's a little over 1.5. She's almost 2, kind of. Her birthday's at the end of January, so we still have some time, but she's gotten so big, but she's napping right now. And so while she's napping, I thought I would make a little video. Tomorrow is the Ultimate Planner sale, so I'm gonna try to get this video up tonight, hopefully. Tomorrow's the Ultimate Planner sale, and I'm very excited. I have to get things together still a little bit. I have everything designed, but I just have to get all the listings and the website prepped, and it is itchy. And I also need to send out an email and text message to remind everyone that today the Advent Calendar pre-sale ends. I'm hoping to have a few extra to put in the shop once that's all said and done and shipped. They're shipping mid-November, well, November 9th. The week of November 9th is the goal. Well, no, that's when they're shipping, but yeah, so that is what's happening. We got a good amount. I hit my goal for the pre-sale, which is cool. I didn't set the goal very high compared to my previous because things have been very slow and just getting slower and slower and slower every month. And I totally get why. The economy's crazy right now, and just everything is crazy right now. So I understand why, but it's just been a little bit tricky figuring out how to make money. The usual. I think everyone's budget is pretty tight right now. We are pretty tight. So we're making it work, but I'm happy to be able to stay home with my little one. So that's been really amazing to be able to do that. So I have to do email newsletter during the snap, just a blast out reminder that the pre-sale ends tonight so I can prep the site for the Ultimate Planner sale. And then I also thought it'd be fun to show you what books I'm reading this month because I don't know, this is kind of a chatty random vlog. I'll try to also show you clips of what's going up for the Ultimate Planner sale. I'm probably gonna have to just film my computer because I don't have them all printed out yet. But I can show them to you on my computer. So I'll probably insert that clip maybe here just to keep things cohesive. So here's our Ultimate Planner sale releases. We have this little freebie going on the orders. We have the journaling kit, whimsical cottage watercolor splashes and washi. We have postcards from the Cotswolds. This is me a full kit and a mini kit. And then we have a deco sheet, torn corner edges, and we have a washi tape. And then we have book shopping. This will be in a full kit and a mini kit and a journaling kit with a clip art. And then we have this autumn library journaling kit. So I believe that's everything. It's quite a lot of stuff. So I might add more tonight. I'm not sure, but this is what we have coming for the Ultimate Planner sale this weekend. Okay, so cute, right? Those were so cute. So I wanted to show you what books I'm currently reading and then also I guess what's on my TBR for this month. Although this is quite large considering it's almost the end. It's mid-October, towards the end of October. No, we're mid-October right now. Yeah, it's the 16th today. We're mid-October. So I have read a few other books already this month. So maybe I'll show you what I have read. We're doing a mid-month check-in. I've been loving watching videos about books, just TBRs and what people read during the month, what they didn't, and book recommendations and all that. Let me grab the books I did read. Okay, so I have books that I also read on my Kindle. Maybe I'll grab my Kindle too. And then I have a bunch of audiobooks I listen to. I listen to a lot of audiobooks because I listen to them while I clean, while I work, while I get ready in the morning, put away laundry, that kind of thing. Anything that I have some spare time when I'm not with little ones. This is my little Kindle case I got from Etsy. Isn't that so cute? It's from the Quirky Cup Collective, I think. And this is my little Kindle. So cute. These stickers are going to be in the shop for the Ultimate Planner sale. So this is a little pop socket. It's a little butterfly. This book I haven't started yet, but I want to start it. So I got this skin for my Kindle on Amazon and then the clear case. These stickers are from me, and I have a bunch more stickers going up that are bookish stickers. for the Ultimate Planner sale. Like, I have a ton of them. I don't know if I want to pull them all out right now. I'll do it. I'm trying to make sure I don't lose any of them, you know what I mean? So we have the Emotional Support Kindle, Holiday Book Club, little slow burn book stack, Crying Over Fictional Characters, Small Town Romance, so cute. This is the fantasy one that I put on mine. A little Lizzie reading because, you know, shout out to my Y2K girlies. And then a romantasy one. And a Little Stars Hollow one. Okay, that should be all of them. They're going up during the Ultimate Planner sale as well. And so let's look at what books that I did read so far this month, because I know I read a couple on my Kindle. And I think I read, I just listened to so many audiobooks too. I listened to the 4th book in the Plated Prisoner series. It's like Glow. I listened and read Glow. I read like, these were so cute. They were like, okay, what was the first one called? I think it was called like Hex Appeal by Kate Johnson, I think is her name, and Hex in the City. There's also Hex and Hexability. I listened to all 3 of them and they were so cute. Well, I read some of them halfway through, but they were really cute. They're really fun. The 3rd one I didn't love as much. The first 2 I thought were just like such fun, cute, easy little like, I wanted like little witchy Halloween like cozy vibe, and that was 100% what they were, and they were really good. Okay, so I think those are all. Well, I also read, I have it in person too, but Witch's Guide to Magical Innkeeping by Sangu Mandana. And this book was cute. I liked it. It was cute. I read the first book. I really liked the first book too. Very cozy, very cute. So that was just a good one. I read that on my Kindle as well. I went between them both because it was on Kindle, and I think it was on Kindle Unlimited. Yeah. And then I read Play Nice by Rachel Harrison. This was spookier than anticipated. I got from Book of the Month. It was a lot spookier than I thought it was going to be for some reason. I don't know. I get spooked out pretty easily though, so it's not saying much. But it is like a haunted house thriller, and those are my favorite type of thrillers. I don't read a lot of other thrillers. Like, I don't really enjoy a lot of other ones. I do love a haunted house thriller, and this is a good haunted house thriller. It's very fun. And then I also read Soul Searching by Lila Sage, which is a paranormal, like, Western romance, cowboy romance, I guess. But they're not really cowboys, so I'm not really sure how that fits in. But this is her new Sweetwater Peak. I think it's going to be a series, maybe. I read her Done and Dusted series, and they were just so fun. They're just fun, light, quick, easy reads. They're so fast to read, so I just really enjoyed those. So I picked up this one this month, and I'm glad I did. It was a lot of fun. I think there's quite a bit of criticism about it, I felt like, on Goodreads, but I thought it was fun. I thought it was cute. It wasn't super in-depth, like, detailed character development, but like her other books aren't either, I feel like. And sometimes I don't need that. Sometimes I just want like a fun, quick book that's going to get me out of a reading slump, you know? And that's why I feel like this does for me. And it's paranormal. She can see ghosts. So that's a fun. I don't know. Okay, and then we're kind of like a mixed match here. So books I'm currently reading: Hunt Gather Parent by Michaeline Ducliffe. This book's really good. I like annotated a lot of it, and I'm only like halfway through. I like this book a lot. There's some things I don't agree with necessarily. It's a parenting book. If you haven't, I mean, it says it in the title, so I'm sure you'd figure that out. It's a parenting book, and I think it's really interesting, and there's a lot of really interesting things that we have like incorporated. I'm really taking like my time reading it. Like, I'll read about like a concept and then like sit with it and try it out and see if it works for us, and then keep like moving forward. I feel like if I read all of it at once, I'm gonna forget half the stuff that they said, and I'm not gonna like put it into practice. So we're about halfway through. It's taking me months to read this book, but that's okay. Another book I'm halfway through is The Book of Azrael by Amber V. Nicole. I listened to the first half of the audiobook, and now I'm kind of waiting for the second half to come out. I'm on the wait list on Libby for the second half of the audiobook to come out, and I'm kind of just waiting. It's like the end of the month, I think, in November, early November, that it comes out, and so I might just like wait and just finish it then. So I'm halfway, but yeah, I'm not sure. I've been listening. It's hard to like for me to like listen to half of a book and then like go in and read it, especially fantasy books. Like, the names are all confusing and stuff. I'm also currently reading a Ancient Witch's Guide to Modern Dating. I just started this one yesterday, maybe. So I'm not very far in. But it's really cute. It's really fun. It's about, I feel like I didn't say what any of these are about. I just realized that. But we'll start with this one. So this one is about a 39-year-old witch from the 1700s or 17th century, 1600s. And she lives in her little cottage in the woods, and she does a spell that goes awry. She's looking for love, first of all. She's lonely. She's looking for love. And she does a love spell potion that goes awry, and she ends up transporting herself to the 21st century. And now she's here, and she's very confused as to like what everything is and what's going on. And I guess she's just kind of like accepts being here and tries to find love in like the modern day era. She's living in her old cottage, but it's a historical museum, so they end up letting her like live there, just like one of like the people that runs it. So far, I mean, I'm like just starting it, so I don't know how it's gonna end, but I think she's trying to find love in like the modern day while she tries to find her way back or something. So it's very cute. It's very fun. I got this book as a giveaway book, The Devil She Knows by Alexandria Belfleur. I got a giveaway on Goodreads. I won a giveaway, which I feel like I enter a bunch on there and I never win any, so that was fun. And it looked fun. So I guess she gets trapped in an elevator with a woman who like claims to be a demon, and she like gives her 6 wishes in exchange for a tiny trade, aka Samantha's soul. And I guess there's like a loophole, as there always is with these type of things, in their contract, and she fully intends to exploit it so she doesn't have to fork over her soul, and she just wants to win one wish to win her ex back. But then I think that like, you know, things go awry, and there's lots of different trials through it and twists like with her wishes that she didn't expect. I feel like it's kind of like a monkey's paw, I feel like, kind of situation. So I'm curious to read that. I want to read this one next, I think, because it looks like it'd be very like kind of Halloween-esque. Then I also have The Whole Brain Child. This book's really, really popular. I feel like I hear so much about it, and it's very small, so it should be a quick read. But I'm very excited to start this book. So it's a parenting book, obviously. It's about like psychology of like children's brains and how they work. 12 revolutionary strategies to nurture your child's developing mind. I've heard a lot of good stuff, so I'm very excited to read this one too. Then I have Wildcard by Elsie Silver. How have I not read this yet? I do not know. I got it in the pre-order, and yeah, I still have not read it. I started it, and then for some reason it just wasn't clicking for me. But like the Rose Hill series, I feel like always get me out of reading slumps, so I feel like I need to like give it, I mean, I'm gonna give it another try, but I'm kind of gonna do my spooky books first, I think because it's like Halloween, I want to read stuff that's cozy and spooky before going into like a regular book. So this one's kind of crazy too, because it's supposed to be an age gap romance, which I don't like typically. I'm not a big age gap romance person for that trope, but it's also supposed to be her ex's dad, which also is not a trope that I am into. But I've heard people say that they weren't into that trope, but they still ended up really liking the book. So I'm still gonna give it a try. I love this whole series, and this is the last book in the series, so like I need to finish the series out because I do love the other 3 books from the Rose Hill series. So we still gotta try it, but I don't know. I'm not sure about that yet. And then I got Never Over by Claire Gilmore. This was from my book of the month box for October. This one sounded just fun. It just sounded so cute. So I think it's about, she's a singer and she needs to write more songs, but her like songs haven't been as good as her original hits, which were about her ex, I think, like through a breakup. So she wants to date her ex again to fall in love again, I guess, and get broken up with to write another good song, I guess is the theory. And then I think they obviously probably fall in love, I'm assuming. So yeah, it sounds interesting. I don't know, it just sounds kind of messy but cute. And then I also got Red City by Marie Lu, and this was like their special edition one for Book of the Month. They've been doing them lately and they're really fun. Oh, that's what I also read. I also read Immortal Consequences, which was a special edition book from Book of the Month. I didn't like love it that much, but it was an interesting concept, but then I just didn't really like love where it ended up going. But it was about a a school that existed between like the underworld and like living. So like they die and then they go to this, some of them get plucked and like go to this school. They get a new student every 10 years and they all learn like the magic, or they learn how to like use their powers and stuff. And I think that they end up having to like harvest like souls, or like reap, or like ferry them over to the other side or something when people die. Like that's their job. Or I honestly still don't even really know. I don't know why I was so confused. But then randomly, they're supposed to get a new student every 10 years. Randomly, one girl drops into the school, and it's not been 10 years. They don't know what's going on. And every 10 years they have a big like event that like they pick one student to graduate the school, and they can become like have full access to the magic and power and become one of them, or they can like choose to like go to the other side, which they don't know what happens at the other side, but they're basically like freed from the school. And that big event is usually just like one student is picked, and this year it ends up being a like trial, like a Hunger Games-esque set of trials to find one winner, like a big competition. And yeah, so it gets a little crazy. And there was actually, I feel like towards the end it was like a good plot twist I didn't see coming. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting, an interesting concept. But otherwise I kind of just felt like, what were we doing? I don't know. And there were so many characters. I feel like when there's too many characters and like POVs, I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. But like there's just too many people. And there was just a lot of POVs in that one. Anyways, so there's also Red City by Marie Lu. And this one reminds me of Crescent City by Sarah J. Maas, I think. It just kind of has like the same type of vibes, I feel like. It's a fantasy book, but it's like an urban fantasy. And I don't tend to love urban fantasies either. That was like my least favorite series of Sarah J. Maas. I don't really love, I feel like I used to love urban fantasies and dystopian books in my like early mid-20s. Now I'm in my early 30s, and for some reason I'm just not that into them right now. But I might be again sometime, but right now I'm not. Although this still sounds interesting, and she's a very like well-written author, or well-accomplished. She has a lot of books, Marie Lu, and this I think is her first adult fantasy, which is interesting. She's only written YA books before, so I'm curious. But yeah, so those are the books on my what I've read and like what I still need to read and what I'm reading on my current TBR. Kind of getting a little long this month. I don't think I'm gonna read all of these. I mean, I'm definitely not gonna read all these books this month. My focus is gonna be at least 2 books this month, and then I do want to get into this book, but I also need to finish Hunt Gather Parent. So those are my goals, I think, for October reading. Let me know what books you're reading this month. I still continue to read like fun little witchy romances into November. I've read so many of them now, I feel like, over the last few years. They're just like my favorite kind of books. Like I love the little witchy rom-coms. They're just so fun. So yeah, let me know what you're reading this month, because I always want more. If they're cheesy and they're not like super fleshed out amazing books, I don't care. I love those. I love when they're just kind of like cheesy little rom-coms, a little cringy sometimes, totally fine. I don't need like super well developed characters. Like it's just like a fun time, you know? So there's a time and place, right? Like I do love those other types of books, but right now, for like a fun little quick evening read, a little escapism right now is always nice. So that is everything I'm reading. Let me know if you're interested in like more book videos, because I'd love to film like monthly TBRs or something. Like that'd be so fun. But like I said, I also listen to a lot of audiobooks, and I don't even remember all of them that I listened to. I have them on my Goodreads. Maybe I should link my Goodreads below if you're curious. But yes, so I hope you're having a wonderful October, a wonderful month. I need to get some lunch before I lose the full nap. But yeah, we're doing good over here. I hope you guys are doing really good. Let me know if there's any other type of videos you do want to see. It's kind of hard for me to film videos right now because I only have like the evenings to work when my husband's home, and he can like, we can swap, and I can work and he can take baby girl. And it's getting dark so early now, so it's hard to film in the evenings, but I can try to do some during her nap sometimes. Yeah, but I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. The Ultimate Planner sale is happening tomorrow. I hope I get this up before then. And yeah, let me know what videos you want to see down below. Let me know if you want to see more book videos, because like I'd love to make them. Maybe I'll just make some anyways, just because they're fun to make. So I don't know, but I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a wonderful day, wonderful weekend. I hope it gets up before the sale. You can shop the sale if you want, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.